Hi, welcome back to On The Volley, where we talk about all things football, but as you know, I talk about Celtic. Now I'm here with Scottish Mike, and believe it or not, Scottish Mike, okay?
Two of us, we're gagging up.
The difference is, okay, Scottish Mike to my left lives in Rome, Scottish Mike to my right lives in Glasgow.
Actually, can I call him Scottish George Michael, because he does have the George Michael earring, you know. So.
He does actually. He does. Is there something we need to know?
And funnily enough, I did see him in the toilet earlier on, you know, like peeking over the, you know. So.
Anyway, joking aside, as you all know, okay, Scottish Mike to my left, he loves his jokes, yeah. But you didn't make it as a comedian, though, did you?
I never tried to make it as a comedian, obviously, because I would have succeeded instantly.
I think it's best that you did.
No,
anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about today, yeah? And we're here outside the Finnegan's Irish pub, the Celtic pub in Rome, our pub. This is our local, this is where we watch all the Celtic games. And today we played away against Dundee United at Tannadice, okay, and I want you to give us your view, your analysis, your opinion on the game. But we're going to start with old Georgie.
Yeah, let's start with young George.
I think it was like a game, to be honest. We played a weakened team. Our front three was Forrest, Giacomakis and Nabada. No Jota, no Maida, no Kyogo. That's our front three usually. So I would have gone with, to be fair, I would have played Giacomakis, Maida and Jota. But I understand why Andrew's done that, because, I mean, they need a rest. You've seen from Hatate, he's exhausted after what? Two full seasons of football.
Yeah, without break.
Yeah, two full seasons. So Maida and obviously maybe Kyogo has experienced a bit of fatigue as well. So I think it was the right move. We've still won the league. It was 1-1. Poor football, but we've won the league. I mean, that's all we could ask. I mean, you tell us at the start of the season, would we have won the league? Would you have taken that in the fashion we've done it? Yeah, we were what? 31 games unbeaten in the league now?
Yeah. Or
something ridiculous like that. You can't beat that. Last season, look at our team last season. Our best player was Frimpong, and we sold him to Bayer Leverkusen. Our best player, and he was a great player, don't get me wrong, but like, he was our best player.
I was very happy to take the money for Frimpong.
For the money we got from Frimpong, and it's going to rise. So I think to lose Frimpong for that, and now we've got this team, it's exciting. I'm really excited to see what happens with Ange in the Champions League. 40 million in the bank, we've got spending power. We're linked with a few players. That left back that plays for the Swedish team, the Iranian. We've got a very exciting team coming forward. It's better than we could have hoped for with Eddie Howe. We've got a really, really good team. I'm really excited to see what happens.
Alright, hold on. I'm just going to leave now because we've got a better Scottish Mike than the old one. Right? It's been lovely. Bye. I'm not joking.
Sit down. Anyway. But saying that, okay, right? I mean, Celtic were expecting Eddie Howe, 4 months wasted, so on and so forth, and I don't want to digress, okay, right? But Eddie Howe isn't doing too bad at Newcastle.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at the players we're linked with. Joshua King, what's he doing now?
Yeah.
Players we're linked with under Eddie Howe, Joshua King, nothing. We would have signed, we wouldn't have had the budget Eddie Howe has had at Newcastle, which is a lot of money. Bruno Grimanes, or whatever his name is, 35 million from Lyon. That was an Arsenal target, a top 4 team pushing. So we wouldn't have had that money. Imagine the players we signed, Joshua King, players from the Championship, whereas Ange has broadened the market for Celtic. He brought in players from Japan. He's given us Japan. I've heard we're going to go for South America. There's a central defensive midfielder from Grêmio we're going to sign. I can't remember his first name, but it's Enrique. I can't pronounce his name. But we're going to say we're supposedly in the market for him.
Is the Iranian boy who plays left back?
The left back from the Swedish club. Yeah, the Swedish club.
Is it Iranian or Iraq?
He's Iranian. He's Iranian, but he plays for a Swedish club. 2 million. That's exciting. Yeah. His teammates have said he's the most exciting player in the Swedish league for left back. Right, so he's competition for Greg Taylor, and I know a lot of Celtic fans will give Greg Taylor stick, but at the end of the day, he's done a job for us. So we're talking about the left back. You know, we're getting this boy in from Iran, well, an Iranian boy from a Swedish club, and I think we've got competition for Greg Taylor now. I really like Greg Taylor. He gets a lot of stick, and to be honest, I was one of the guys who wasn't convinced, but this season you see his performance against Rangers, a brilliant player. Honestly, he was there. Every tackle, he was there. Same with Juranovic, so I'm trusting in Ange. I know that's going to be a good sign. It's an Ange signing. You've got to trust in it.
Okay, right. Is that, what we've been saying most of the season, we were 6 points behind, and we took over them.
Yeah, we turned a 4-point deficit into a 6-point lead.
Exactly.
We can't complain.
I mean, what was your view today?
Look, today was just literally about getting over the line. It doesn't matter if you fall over the line and land on your face and break your nose and like scrape your testicles on the track. You got over the line, and that was the main thing. They got over. They won it. It wasn't pretty.
Well, we drew.
I mean, it wasn't even just the fact we drew. Like Dundee United hit the post twice. I had the goal knocked off for offside in that second half. So I missed the first half. And by the sounds of it, I didn't miss very much. In the second half, from what I saw, Dundee United were the better team. They played really well. They created more chances. But
it's that Charlie Mulgrew effect.
I know, but it's funny. I was slagging him off as he came on. I was like, and then he contributes to the goal.
Plays against us. He's a good player.
Love
Charlie Mulgrew. Shout out.
No, I mean, no, he was like, he was. I liked him when he was there. He was solid. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we played. It doesn't matter that we didn't win. We got the point we needed to
No one expected it. Okay, me and you have had various conversations on it.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've done the double. Okay. Now, what we have to look forward to is next season. How do you see it? How do you see us in the Champions League?
We got 40 million in the bank. That's a huge revenue change for Celtic. Right, I know we're financially stable, unlike another club who shall not be named, the Huns.
Them not them.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think if Rangers win Europa League, it could be interesting. That's 9.5 million from the Europa League, and then another 40 million from Champions League. Right, but I don't know. I don't know if they'll beat Eintracht Frankfurt. It'll be interesting to have this conversation in a month's time.
Yeah.
But until then, we are stably financially. We can bring in more players. We clearly haven't spent our money. You talk about the most expensive signings made. Under Lennon, we brought in a Yeti, 5 million. What are you saying about next season, then?
Well, look, it's been a great season. We've achieved more than what we expected at the beginning. Oh, I know. Sorry about this. Okay, the reason Scottish Mike, okay, but this Scottish Mike is laughing is because while we've been recording, we've been stopped twice, and I've been here saying we're recording, and it just hasn't got through to them. So we've had to pause, go back, and we basically lost where we were. So hopefully we're still online. But look. Great season, get back to it, great season. I think we've done a lot more than what most pundits, experts, so on and so forth expected. Let's not forget we're talking about a manager where everyone was saying was going to get sacked at Christmas.
I doubted them as well, to be fair. I saw the news. This man from Japan is still your national team manager. Who are we bringing in?
Yeah.
We were on with Eddie Howe. But the signings we've had since Eddie Howe, so much more exciting. Was we've ever brought anyone in from the Japanese league? We brought in Maeda.
No, Eddie wouldn't have.
We brought in Maeda. We brought in Jota. We brought in Kyogo. We brought in Hatate. Hatate is a brilliant player. He's just tired. That's the thing. He's played 2 full seasons. 2 full seasons.
Well, they all
non-stop. Exactly. So we brought them in, and they performed amazingly. O'Reilly as well. Would we have ever signed someone like O'Reilly?
Great.
Even if we did, would he have played? No. You saw David Turnbull took about $3.5 million for David Turnbull, and he didn't break into the first team for ages. So we can't complain. We've got one of the most exciting upcoming teams, honestly, in Europe. Look at these players, like Jota. He's going to be a big player in the future.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to sign for us. That's what the rumours are.
Yeah.
We've got Jota, Cameron Carter-Vickers, who's also supposedly signing for us. 23, 24? Take me if I'm wrong. But for what? How much is it? I don't know what his
It wasn't a lot of money, no.
But it's not a lot of money. Even if it's
I think they're talking about 6 million.
6 million for Cameron Carter-Vickers, a rock in our defence. Bringing him alongside Starfield, who I know had a shaky start, but he's been solid since. It's very promising for us in the future. Extremely promising.
How do you see us progressing? Okay, I want both your views, okay, in the Champions League next season.
Well, look, what I liked about, because even Ange was talking about it the other day, he's saying we're starting the recruitment now. we're going to have the time over the summer to actually work with this group of players, get your new players in early, and then you've got 6 weeks to work with these guys and bed them into the team and think about, because you think about the last 3-4 seasons with Celtic, every year it was the same fucking disaster. It was like bringing in new players at the very last minute, chucking them in, or they weren't fit, and then we go through the kind of qualifying stages and we invariably lose because our team's not ready. That is not a problem we're going to have this year, right? Because we're going to have time, we're going to have money, and we're going to recruit, and we're going to have time to bed these new recruits into the team, and then go into the Champions League. And look, it's going to be tough. We could end up with like 3 real. I mean, whoever we play is going to be a quality team. It's going to be a step up from what
we don't know who we're going to get, but that's the thing.
We don't know, but
that's what's worrying. But and people were worried about Andrew's style of play. He said he's never going to change. It's always, it's not. No, I'm not going to frame it nicely. It's balls to the wall. That's what it is. You never stop, and like he's proved it. When he had a full strength team against Betis, Leverkusen, he showed we could compete. And that Leverkusen team and Betis team had a far higher budget than us. Yeah. Imagine what Andy's going to do over the summer.
The problem we had there, basically, our defence hadn't gelled, yeah?
Exactly.
So, our attack, we were scoring goals, but our defence hadn't gelled. Our defence has gelled now. Now, I've been saying this, okay? It's one thing having a solid defence, okay, in the Scottish League. It's another having a solid defence in Europe. Yeah. So it's going to be a major test.
Yeah, I don't know though, because it will be a test, but we look at Starfelt. Played for Ruben Kazan before he joined us. He's had European experience. We've got Carter Vickers, who hasn't been European tested yet, but Carter Vickers, I mean, I'm sure you can agree, between Carter Vickers and Starfelt, Carter Vickers is the better player. We've got Julien as a backup. I don't know if he's going to stay at Celtic, but he was a brilliant defender. You saw him against Lazio, and we won 2-1. Man of the match performance. So I don't know.
But does Ange not fancy him then? Because he's back.
I don't know what's happening with him. No one knows. But I heard they played in the B team game against Rangers, and he got a bit injured, but he stayed on the pitch. So what I'm hoping is he'll stay with us, but who knows? So we can't say. I think what I'd say is, if we have the correct players in that team with Ange's tactics, we'll be fine.
Right.
Like we look at we're 31 games unbeaten now in the league, in domestic, in the league. Yeah, I know that's not like a big, huge scope, but you look at our performances against Betis, and then Leverkusen and Ferencváros. We beat Ferencváros home and away. Betis, we came close. We beat them. We beat Betis at home.
Yeah,
and we drew with them away. And we had a Yeti up front. Imagine what we're going to do with the full strength squad.
Yeah, I know.
This is an I'm excited.
Let's see what Scottish Mike thinks now. What's your opinion? How do you see it?
Look, again, I think this is the acid test. New manager who's proven himself in Scotland, hasn't proven himself in Europe, with money and time to recruit and train and get this squad right. If Celtic do not perform well in Europe now, they will never perform well in Europe, because all the conditions have lined up to give us a real shot at least playing well. Right, we're not guaranteed to get through. We're not guaranteed to even get third place, because we could end up with like Real Madrid, Inter Milan, and some other fucking great team who are, let's be honest, better teams than us. So, but all I want next year.
There's a different budget.
But all I want next year are good performances. I don't want us to go and get pumped by the likes. No, we're not going to be pumped. We won't be getting pumped by the likes of Bodo Glimt. We're getting pumped by Real Madrid, which I can accept.
Yeah, we can accept. Because look at us in the Champions League, even against PSG. I was last time we were in Champions League, we had PSG and back in our group, and it was like we went 1-0 up and we got pumped to 7-1. But at the end of the day, that was Neymar and Mbappe.
I know, but still 7.
We can't complain. No,
but you know what?
These are world class players.
But why want? I would never want them back to the days of Gordon Strachan and Neil Lennon in terms of the football we played. But these are the guys who got us competitive in the Champions League. We got out the group stages twice. And we were creditable, we were solid. So I love the way Ange plays football.
Lennon was a good manager.
No, he was, but
he wasn't a good manager. He was good in Europe.
Yeah.
He knew how to adapt.
Kind of like Rangers, to be honest.
Exactly.
Not so hot in Scotland, but they know how to play kind of solid football in Europe, and
people don't expect that because they have a quality above what teams in Scotland expect. So
to be honest, that's my worry. I love the way Ange plays football. I just think he's maybe going to fall into the same trap as Brendan Rodgers. thinking you can play that game against vastly superior teams, and you can't. Because you see the smaller teams that do well in Europe are the ones that adapt their game and are a wee bit stuffier, and then you use your quality players on the break. And I think that's the only chance we really have again.
I think if we have these quality players on the break, realistically, it's got to be Kyogo, Maeda, and Jota.
It's the speed, and that's what's going to work. It's these guys who can break with that speed. But that means we've got to be a bit stuffier. That means we've got to sit a bit deeper and maybe defend a bit stronger. And then when the chances come, that's when you get the little speedy fuckers. No, we won't, and we'll get pumped. But you know what?
It's worth it. Tangible.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's worth it. It's got. Do you know what? I just for one season, I would like to see us do well. And I trust Ange as a manager. I think he's a smart guy, and if he's a smart enough guy, he's going to realise we don't have the players to play exactly that game against these better teams.
We don't. But
what I want to say is that I think the discussion which we're having here on next season is a little bit premature. Now, the reason I say that is because we all know how Ange sees the game. We all know how he wants to play. Now, when we were playing in Europe at the beginning of the season, Ange had a completely new team, and the defence unfortunately let us down because it hadn't gelled as yet. Now, the defence has gelled. We still are going to let goals in, but we're going to score goals, okay? And you're right, depending on who we get in the group stages, okay? Remember, Ange was, lauded, when they were in the World Cup, when he was the manager of Australia. But they had, I think, Spain, Chile, and I don't remember who else, But the style of football that they played was exceptional, and I think Ange is going to take that onto the European stage. Now, is that going to guarantee us success? I don't know. But it may guarantee us, it may guarantee Scotland being put on the map, because let's be honest, at the moment the Scottish teams
when we saw Rangers, it's not stylish.
But you know what?
But they do the job.
They do the job, but I think Ange, it's beautiful football. You've heard Pep Guardiola play the friendly against Ange's team with Man City, and he said, but this is one of the things that sold me before he joined Celtic, and it was like, he played Pep Guardiola, the maestro of football, and said he's the man, like that style of football.
He complimented him.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe that was false. That's Pep Guardiola, who played, arguably the best team of all time. But we've seen Guardiola with the team since. What has he achieved? It's not. Since 2016, he's not won a Champions League. So he's not won a Champions League since 2011. Barcelona.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And that team was like. Andrew won the Champions League with that team. So I don't know what we can say, but I know no matter what, even if we lose, Celtic will play like beautiful, stylistic football. They'll play beautiful, stylistic football, but no matter what, I don't care. I'm happy to be there.
No, exactly. I'm happy to be there.
We've waited a long time.
I want us to play well. I want us to be competitive. I don't care if we lose every game, as long as we actually go toe to toe and play good football. I just don't want us to lose 7-1, 6-0, because it's fucking embarrassing.
I don't think that will happen.
It won't happen.
I don't think that will happen.
It genuinely won't happen.
We will score goals. Look, let me ask you a question. Now, the most amount of games I think under Brendan Rodgers, they went on an unbeaten run for what was it, 67 or 69 games?
69.
69 games. 69 games. I think Ange will break that.
I think he will too. Well, I think he will. I can't I'm not gonna lie. Since I've been following Celtic, so just that though. I can't remember much of Martin O'Neill, but since I was a young'un, we've always expected, exciting football. Like Strachan, you got to remember. I mean, they're comparing Ange's first season with Celtic. Strachan got beat 6-1 off was it a Serbian team? It was Bratislava.
They lost away, and then yeah, but
we almost still qualified. So I think whatever underhand, I trust him.
Armenia Bratislava, yeah.
Armenia Bratislava, yeah. But yeah, it was Armenia Bratislava. It was a Slovakian team. So I think we can't count them out. I'm really excited to see what kind of football we play. I don't care if it's against a higher opposition, because in that group, in this group, I don't know what pot we are. Maybe we're fourth pot.
Yeah, we're fourth.
Yeah, so we're fourth pot, but it's the luck of the draw. And I think no matter what, like, I know we'll put up a fight. We put up a fight against Betis. We beat Betis. We almost beat Leverkusen. Like, what we can, like, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have it in this championship.
You've said, okay, right, it's been quite a diverse discussion, seeing as we started off, okay, talking about the game tonight. We have really digressed. But then again, I think what we have to remember, what everyone that watches us has to remember, we are a pub channel. Okay, we've had a few drinks, we've come out, we're talking about Celtic, we're talking about the game, and we're going to digress, okay, and we're going to talk about, we're not scripted, so we just come out here and we just talk. So I think it's, I'm quite happy with the debate, if you like, yeah, and the opinions. Me personally, I think we'll get out of the group stages next season.
Yeah, I think we always will.
Big claim. Do you know what? I hate to be the miserable fucking Roy Keane type figure, you know, but I just don't see it. I think we'll do well if we finish third. I'd be happy with that.
Third, I'd be happy with that too. But we've got to accept, like, we've got. If we get Jota, we're going to sign Jota. Apparently, according to rumours, we're getting Cameron Carter-Vickers. I think a couple more signings.
Yeah.
That boy from Brazil, Unique.
Yeah.
A couple more, but.
Again, you know,
I think we can put up a fight.
I mean, we're getting a wee bit ahead of ourselves because we don't even know the draw yet.
We don't. But remember, what was the draw? Was it Benfica, Spartak, Moscow, Barcelona?
Yeah.
We made out of that group. Teams to worry
I think Celtic do better in a harder group, to be honest.
We do. We do. I mean, Manchester United, AC Milan, like all that. We've done amazing.
I would love to see Celtic play. I would love to see Celtic play Man City because I think Erling Haaland's going to fuck that team up.
Jane.
Yeah, I think he's a great goal scorer.
That's a discussion for another day because I think he'll be a machine, but I get why people are like.
No, I genuinely believe.
He's a machine.
Here's my prediction for next year: Celtic are going to get Man City. Erling Haaland signed for them. He's going to completely ruin the mechanics of that team. Celtic will beat them home and away, and then qualify.
It's hard to tell, but I think whatever matters, the future is actually bright for Celtic because
no, exactly.
The most exciting team we've had in so long. We would never have expected these players.
We've won the league. We've won the league with nobody expecting us to do.
No one would have said at the start of this year. No. If someone told us at the start of this year, would we win the league? No. We've won the league. We've done this and sorted. Rangers are aging. Hearts aren't a problem.
We've done the double. Okay, now I just want to point out that before, okay, we restarted recording, yeah, because we do clips. He turned around and said, yeah, let's wrap it up, okay? And then, boom, we're off again, okay? And this is what it is when I talk about a pub channel, yeah, okay? We just go off on one, yeah? So anyway, but listen, that's it, it's wrapped up, okay? We've done the double, okay? Yes. Now, all I've got to say, thank you very much for watching us. If you like the video, please press like, okay, right? From Scottish Mike,
the real Scottish Mike, the real Scottish Mike,
and Scottish Mike and me, Shah, we're out.